This episode is for Friday, May 15th, 2015. Welcome, Meteor fans. I'm your host, Josh Owens, along with my co-host,
Ryan Walker.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It is going.
Yeah? Nice Friday afternoon?
It is. It's actually pretty nice here today.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I was out just a few minutes ago at the local holiday festival they have here in Wyoming. It's quite crazy.
Which Wyoming's a neighborhood in Cincinnati, right?
Yes. Yeah. They do this crazy thing with silly string. I guess like every kid there has silly string, so it's just like the whole downtown area is covered in silly string now, which is only like 2 blocks, but funny.
Better than glitter.
Yeah, glitter bombs. Today's Brad's birthday. I should have sent him a glitter bomb for his birthday.
Oh, God, yeah, me too. It's not too late. You can always send it belated.
Yes, I might have to do that. All right, so this week in Meteor, we're talking about Meteor having no future, how to build a Slack clone, full text searching with Mongo, Google crawling and how that's changing, and writing a package. All right. So the first story, this actually came out last Friday, but I wanted a little more time to kind of digest the branch that I guess it's on. There's a eliminate future branch. And so this someone posted this up on Crater, and they were doing a clever play on words. So the fiber package, there's a future part of the fiber package which allows you to easily kind of wrap up asynchronous code to act like it's synchronous. And so you instantiate a future, and then you'll give it to something, and then down below, like where you want it to wait for the code to run, you do like a future dot wait, and then you do inside your asynchronous code, you do like this future dot return. And so they've removed a lot of that, and now they're using Meteor Promise, which is a new package that Benjamin Newman has created. It's kind of weird. His username is Benjamin on Twitter, but he goes by Ben Newman. So yeah, like he's just released this package, and they've been basically tearing it out and using promises now instead. And so I don't know, it looks kind of interesting. I think it's going to be a good shift, because they're prepping for ES6 and ES7 updates, and I don't know. I think this will be a good thing. So.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add about that. It's a little too deep for my general usage of Meteor. I don't get down to the depths like that. So, futures versus promises, they sound pretty similar to me.
Yeah, kind of. But I think one's going to be more supported in the native language, and yeah. So deep down, like they kind of accomplish the same thing. They just do it in slightly different ways.
Yep. All right, cool. Let's jump to the next topic, which is Slack clone. This is a blog post by Daniel Lee. And he kind of breaks down, like, if you were going to try to build something like Slack using Meteor, how would you do it? Of course, Meteor is a great real-time framework, so it's super easy to make a Slack-like app with it. Chat apps have been all the rage in Meteor demos since the beginning of Meteor. But this is cool, though.
You did one. You went to...
oh, yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, remember when you went to... what was that?
Famous. Yeah. Was it? It's like famous-chat.meteor.com, I think. It's 3D chat. No, it's like I needed something to play around with, and so, of course, I chose chat. But, yeah, this is... interesting tutorial. Again, it's very in-depth. It's a pretty long blog post, a nice walkthrough. So I think if you're learning Meteor and you're looking for another sort of a demo to pass through, this is a nice one. Takes you through all the steps, including the HTML side of things, with a lot of sample code.
Yeah, Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And then like there was a whole thing that popped up on Crater and the Meteor forums kind of around this too. That original post showed up, and then apparently Tim Braden over there in Norway, Denmark, somewhere over there in the great north of Europe. He posted some slides, and apparently he had worked on something similar, and his slides kind of walk you through the same thing. And then now they're kicking around this idea of creating a open source Slack chat like clone, I think called Impact. Yeah. And they're kicking around different names, but they want to like create an organization and try to basically give Telescope a run for its money as the premier open source.
Yeah, I saw that. I joined Josh's Patreon channel from finally had UserCycle contribute to that. By the way, great experience in there, Josh. A lot of activity, too much activity, to be honest. Like I couldn't keep up with it. I just pop in every once in a while. I'm like, wow, look at all that shit that just happened. So.
Yeah. The thing for me, like I've gotten to the point where I can't even read everything anymore either, but it's just nice to be able to jump in there and either show off some code I'm working on or ask some questions or, and there's always like really smart people in there. Like I was watching Sashko and Sam Hatoum just have a conversation in there earlier, and it was like, that's kind of awesome to watch. It's tough. Like I've got a couple of other like high volume Slack channels, and it's funny, like Slack's great, especially I feel like it's really good when there's not a lot of volume, but once the volume gets going, like you could miss a lot of stuff, and you've missed it, so Yeah, I don't know. We try to use it as a project management tool on my main project, and I don't know. It was that way last night. Like I had people over at my house, and we were doing stuff, and then I came back, and like apparently they'd all been chatting for hours, and there was just like all this stuff for me to digest, and I'm like, can someone just give me the damn Cliff Notes?
So it's a good tutorial though. Again, back to Daniel's post here. Check it out if you want to. So you get another example of how to build a Meteor app.
Yes. And I don't know what this scotch.io is, but I love the domain. So
I love Scotch.
Scotch. All right. What else do we have? We've got full text searching. This was timely. I was actually thinking about creating a search function in the app I was working on, and then this came out like literally hours before I was going to work on it. So it's like, oh, this is amazing. But then it turns out I did it all client side instead of server side, but it's all good. So basically this walks you through how you can get text indexing going on for a collection. And this is a tutorial post again, just like the last one. And I think it was a great walkthrough. But they show you how to get the full text search index going on, and then how to like use it in your publications for doing searches. And I guess you get like $text is how you do the search. You wrap that, and then you do like a $search, and you get the value, and then you can score. This part I didn't read too closely. It looks like you can sort on the score, so you get like a matching score back, and then you can sort by that and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of interesting as well. But yeah, and they just give you some notes and caveats, but basically it just shows you how to publish using full text search. And I don't know, it's cool. It's a quick read. It's worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah. I remember I did a simple full text search for Telescope back in like 2013. I'm trying to think how I do. I'm looking at this right now.
Probably $regex, right? That's how I ended up doing mine.
Yep, that's what I did.
On the client.
I'm looking at this commit from way back in the day, and it was $regex. So yeah, I think that was before. Like the other thing, I think back then, like Mongo didn't have full text search enabled by default. Maybe. Yeah. I was using it. So
yeah, I think it was in 2.6, but it wasn't necessarily enabled everywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of places were on 2.4.
Yeah.
So.
back in the old days, we had to do it a different way. No.
We walked uphill both ways.
But your app should have full text searching, and I don't care what it is. You should have full text searching. So
yeah.
Go ahead now.
And I'll just say, like, for me, what I wrote was client side, just doing some filtering with what's already been published. And my guess is actually we'll probably move to this later on. Pass on that filter that people are typing to the publication and use text on the other side to do the search. But this is I don't know. I think $regex will take you pretty far too.
Yeah, it's the quick version. All right, next topic is what's the topic? It's called Google crawling.
Yes.
So we're covering a story from SearchEngineLand.com, but it is applicable to Meteor, since all these Meteor apps are single page apps that you're always worried will Google be able to index this properly. This talks a little bit about how Google, in fact, does index JavaScript apps very well, which, he runs through a series of tests. I haven't read this whole article because it's really, really big, and I'm not so interested in this other than to know, like, does it work? Did you spend a lot of time with this one?
I didn't. I was hoping you bought them up for me.
No. I mean, yeah, basically the gist of it is that it's tricky. Like Google does index JavaScript apps just fine. The problem really comes into like third-party tools that do like generic scraping. Let's say, I don't know, like if it's a tool that tries to read a URL and then come up with a preview image, for example. Like you can build a feature like that into a product, and if you're trying to do it in a very naive way, like Meteor apps might not do super well with that. But in terms of just like, will your content be in Google with just straight JavaScript? The answer is, I think, yes.
Yeah. From the looks of it, so number 3 seems like he's got a list of like all the things that they tested, and number 3 is dynamically inserted content. And they said in all the cases that they tested, the text was crawled and indexed and the page ranked for content. Yeah. Winning. They actually said winning. But yeah, they just used like document.writeIn function, and they used the HTML5 push state as well to kind of test things. And so it looks like Google's getting a lot smarter at this crap.
Yeah, and they need to, because not everybody is gonna. I mean, you don't. So we use Phantom.js and Spiderable. Like that was the thing you had to do early days with Meteor to feel confident that Google was going to index you correctly. The reality is, not everybody who's building single-page apps are going to have a tool like that in. So either Google gets to lose some of the web, or it figures out how to crawl through JavaScript. And so they figured out how to crawl through JavaScript, which is really good.
Well, I mean, it seems like they have to do this, right? Because if you look at Angular, right? I mean, that's like a big thing for them. And, they're redoing it to 2.0 now. And, I think they can't be pushing this framework out there and not support it in their scraping, in my opinion. So it seems like, I'm guessing that was really the impetus for all this.
Yeah. Yep. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. But this article, definitely worth a read, even if you just skim over the numbered points and see the result. But good read.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And last up, this blasted Meteor Chef guy, he beat me to the punchline. I was working on a blog post about like how packages work, and he wrote a tutorial on writing a package. So I mean, it's a little different, but I gotta say, like, kudos to him. I think he actually took it even further than I was going to take it. I think this is like maybe a 20-minute read, and he even goes as deep as like showing off using tiny test and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty amazing. And he's got a coupon code in here for getting 15% off Sam's book as well. So if you haven't picked that up yet, you can find that on here. I've
never written a blog post this big.
Yeah, I mean, this is just Wowza, this is crazy. And you know what's interesting is I still think there's parts that he didn't cover that I think I'm going to cover in my package. But yeah, this is definitely worth a read. If you're curious about how the package system works or how you can build your own package, like this is totally worth spending some time on. I wish this is the kind of thing I had when we were starting to write our packages back in the day. You know, like we were honestly just fiddling around and looking at like core Meteor packages to figure out how to build something. Back in my day. The second time we've said that. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're old. We're like the old generation of Meteor developers now.
Apparently. Old school.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, this is good stuff. So like I said, this is from Meteor Chef, Ryan Glover. He did an excellent job. Meteorchef.com. We'll put it in the show notes as well. So,
yeah. Have
you guys been doing much package writing there?
Package writing. I haven't written code in like weeks now. I don't know. I don't know about differential. Like I've kind of split off and spending all this time on user cycle right now that I don't even know what the heck they're working on. So yeah, we should probably have someone from differential on some time.
Nice.
Find out what's funny. Yeah, I know. It is sad. You can't be in two places at one time unless your name is Aeronoda.
Aeronodas. There's many of him.
Yeah.
Sends in his clones. All right, guys. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in this week. And as always, Modulus was our sponsor, and you should check them out. Apparently, I nag you a lot about that, and someone switched to Modulus, and they loved it last week. So
yes, it happens all the time.
Yes, they're good guys. I know them personally, so check out their stuff, modulus.io. And then, as we mentioned, patreon.com/Meteor Club. That's patreon.com/Meteor Club. $10 a month will get you into the Slack chat room. And I will say there's some poop jokes going on in there, some giffies, but there's also some serious discussions about Meteor as well. So it's good stuff. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
This video has been a Meteor Club production. You can find out more information about Meteor Club and join the mailing list by clicking on the Meteor Club button below. If you enjoyed this video, you can also hit the subscribe button below and get more content like this. Thanks for watching.